Alrighty, let's go here. Alrighty, it's the London session right now, and let's just get right into the forex market with the London session and what's happening here. Let's have a quick glance at Kiwi. So NZD sold off since Asian here. We were up here this morning, and now we're down here. This looks like a bullish price action here. It's more reason to be buying down there. My thing stopped recording my screen for some reason. I don't know why. Better to be buying down here. But again, this 50 SMA is tilting down. This is a range still. So maybe more short side potential here. Aussie just did the pullback here and then just shot up. That's all this did. Yeah, very bullish. Very, very bullish on the Aussie here. Again, it is very stretched away from the 13 EMA, even on the daily. So that's something to watch for. CAD continues to be strong, just slowly going higher. Yeah, it continues to push CAD to the upside. Cryptos, crypto seems to be stalling at the moment at this 50 SMA. Can prices find ground here and push higher? I've got to share my screen again. There we go. And then Japanese yen. Oh, the bearishness here. Look at this. That pullback. We were down here, and I was talking about this candle, how this is now a little bit of an exhaustion to the downside, a pullback, and then now we've already sold off from here. We're already selling off. This could be continued selling pressure here. I like yen to the downside quite a bit. Dollar continues to slowly grind higher. Not really short here. This is more of a demand down here. The only thing is this is against this downward slope with the 50 SMA. Swiss franc is my choice of shorts right now, and it continues to perform. Although right now it has extended away. Price is away from the 13 moving average on the 8-hour. Even on the 4-hour, price is stretched away. So this does look like price is stretched. I would need to see a pullback on this. So Swiss franc is off the table for me a little bit. Maybe in later on, if price is pulling back and then somewhere from here a short. So I would like to look at some limit orders in terms of any trades on Swiss franc. Euro, I'm not very interested here with euro. Yeah, price action and the moving average is not really aligning. And pound, not interested at all. This is just very choppy price action. So Swiss franc, Aussie longs continue to be my favorite right now. New Zealand also, no, New Zealand not really. So Aussie and CAD are my only candidates for upside, and I prefer Aussie. Yen to the short side and franc to the short side as well, but not right now. I would need some pullback on franc. I would need yen looks more ready right now to get involved. So if I look at Aussie yen to the upside, wow, look at this. Look at the 4-hour here. I'm more inclined to get involved with Aussie yen here. I like Aussie yen a lot better. I would like to get involved with Aussie yen, even at these prices, to be very frank. Aussie yen looks good. How about dollar yen here? We were up here in Asian. Price did this. Any buyer of dollar up here would have taken a hit, and then price is back up, literally closes you out, and then gets back up. That's definitely a hit. And this really occurs at not the best prices and stuff. In terms of Aussie Swiss franc here, Aussie Swiss franc looks good. This was a position I took in the Asian session here. for 0.5% risk, and then targets were up here really as an extension move from the 13. Profit's been taken right here, right now. I want to see some sort of basing for this, so it's not really ready yet. I'm not really too excited to see this do something just yet. I need to see some more price action here. And so I would say Aussie yen looks really, really good here. It's made its pullback literally here. It can run quite a decent amount as well. So if yesterday's candle was like this can 100% run about this much. So it's got about, at maximum, it's got about 0.4%, 0. About 28 pips to the upside potentially. That's what this has in it. Yep. So if I am to buy something, I want to buy Aussie yen right now. How would I trade this? My target, first of all, is going to be just about here from current prices. How far are we? 0.4. Not too much. Maybe about here would be a target for me. Let's just kind of keep that as a target. And then in terms of exits, this would be the initial exit. And like this would be a safe exit here. The next exit potentially could be here. That would be something like this. That's a potential exit as well. So what I want to watch for now is really, maybe I just put a buy limit here and just let that be. I think that can be done. I've stopped recording myself again. Okay, there we go. If I buy it right here, that's a 1R. If I put the limit a little lower, that's a bit better odds. What I can do here is maybe do a market execution here and then put a perhaps like a buy limit down here if price does come there. That gives me a lower risk trade. Same targets. And so yeah, this gives me a lower risk trade if I get prices down here. If potentially I can get that. I would like that a little bit better. Ah, yeah, I've got to go work out now. So that's just something to consider here. But yeah, first let me journal this. Actually, gotta put this in my Notion here. So I'm already exit here, and the exit is 0.56645. 0.56645. And then a screenshot for this. And then baskets. Swiss franc here, very stretched. That's the only issue with this. Okay, our time was around. What time did we get out of this? So this was, when was this? Like definitely in this hour, so at 13. 13. It's between 3 to 4 p.m. We did win on this one. I mean, these numbers aren't really making sense here. How is this calculated? Exit minus average entry price divided by average entry price. In terms of checkout, I'll just say I'm checking in at the London session, and price was stretched. I don't know why my thing keeps uh, glitching and stops recording me screen. And the price was stretched, and I went to take manual profits, but I saw the trade be closed on my take it. Overall, good trade. It just went. I didn't open charts until this with the London session. Quite relaxing and not much to think about. Well, that's done and dusted. So that's over. Um, how long is this trade? I think I took this in the morning, right? So 10 to 3. So that's about 6 hours. About 6 hours here. And then that is about it with this one. I can close this off. And now I just need to pick the next thing here. What's the next real trade? In terms of Aussie Swiss franc here, I need better prices. So I would need price to come back down. I need to see maybe price coming down here. I mean, everybody who's buying their stops are down here. So in terms of this, like, I don't know who is really left to buy this right now. Like, if I was a buyer, I'm having at least down here. So if I'm expecting price to pull back deeper, then there is no real trade here at the moment. Yeah, price is just stretched. I like this one a lot better with Aussie yen. Uh, I can most certainly get in some size right now at this price. I don't mind that. Ideally, this would be the stop here. And if I'm using that as a stop, then I can surely use a deeper price for a better pricing model. So if I open up a position size calculator, and I want to trade AUD here, account size 2900, risk percent, give me 0.5, and stop loss, give me, it's about 42 pips here. So that's 5,000 units. So about 5,000 units from there. And then in terms of getting a deeper pullback, maybe somewhere down here would be very nice. Wide stop loss again. And then price up here. That could be a potential trade here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some size. And these trades are so small, to be honest, they eat up a lot of my profit. Or because I'm taking such small risk, just the commission of the trade takes up a lot of the account and it eats up a lot of my profit. So I'm really fighting against a lot of factors here. So just a 5,000 position here. Stop right below the wicks. Take profits maybe around 8.5 area. Yeah. And then I want to get involved some bit of size here. And then I want to get involved with more size later on. And yeah, I'm just gonna get involved here at this price. Place the limit order in. And then let me set up another order here. I just wanna clear this so I'm not getting confused too much. And then another order. Yeah, there we go. I'm filled into that one. Another order I want is down here. Same stop with here. Let me just get myself recording again. Another order here with 850 target. Here, about 46 pips. That would be my next order. 27 is where I got filled. All right, so this one's got 32 pips to it. So let me get 32 pips here. That's 7K. Let me buy some for 7K. Just place a limit order. About 415, about 3. Got this at about 415 here, so about here-ish. That's where that is. Stop loss right below the low. And then take profit up here. And actually, what I want to do is, for this position, I want to be risking more. So give me a 1% risk on this one. That's going to be 14,000 units. So I'm placing a buy limit. If price can get there, then I'll get a better pricing. If not, then I'm already in a trade here that can just continue to run, and that should be a little bit of a gain. Nothing much, really. And then that's about it here. Let me just put that into the trade journal real quick. Got a new trade here. What trade number is this? 21. What trade number 21? Day. I'm looking for Tuesday pairs. It is Aussie yen. AUD Session is London right now. Direction, I want to buy this. EV, I would give it at least an A minus right now. Max risk, I want to do is honestly 2%. And in time would be 4:44 p.m. right now, so in maybe about 4 to 5. I would say this is definitely a pullback here. And then entry logic is pause at 4 hour 50-minute. Rejection 4 hour 50 SMA. That's what I'll give that. And then this was a market triggered in terms of order position here. It is open. Intention, I do want to build this. I want to test this and then build this. Risk percent is 0.5 on entry 1. So entry 1 that I've got is 114.51. Lots I've got on this is 0.5. Initial SL is 114.075. And then stop loss logic is that it is at a technically structure and candle low. So I'll just put it as both, to be honest. This candle high low. And then initial TP I have is for 114.845. TP logic is extension move. Check in here. I like the push to 50 SMA and then a rejection. Now it's a matter of getting the right pricing for me. I have taken a 0.5% entry with a high risk stop. I have placed a limit order within at a lower price um, in anticipation of better pricing, and used 1% risk on that. If price comes lower, I get a better average entry. If not, and it continues to run, I catch some of the move and profit. Okay, again, my thing has stopped recording, and it's done that so many times today alone, just this one session. But yeah, okay, I've just placed this there. Entry one screenshot here would be, buying some up here, targets up here, stop loss down here. Very, very high risk stop loss here. Wide, very wide. Second one here. So I'm just gonna take the screenshot, copy link, and post that here. Copy link here. If I make my stop like right here, that's a little bit tighter. It can work, but it could prematurely get me out of the trade too. So that's just what I'm playing at. I'm just being a little bit more relaxed and hands off right now. In terms of baskets here, let me just get on the baskets and give it Aussie. Aussie pushed up as well, so I do expect some sort of pullbacks. Copy this link, paste that here. And then the next thing is yen. I want to look at yen. Yen, I'm just doing this little pullback and then setting off a little bit. So I want to copy this link, paste that here. And then that's about it with this one. Entry two, I want to put in again to this 4 to 5 p.m. Order is a limit. Risk is 1%. Entry two is 114.41. Yep. And lots would be 0.14 lots. Initial stop loss is the same here, 114.075. And then, yeah, that is about it here with the trailing stop loss being 114.075 at the moment. And I do have E1 risk, open risk is 1%. And then, yeah, placing this at the same time with the first entry. And I think that is about it with this here. Yeah, I have 1.5% open risk with this limit order in here. So coming back to this here, price is coming a little bit down. Maybe can give us a better entry. And then that's just about it. That's about it. This is what I'm doing here. And then I'm going to go and check back in New York session and see what New York brings. For now, that's about it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.